block. You don't really like full lead block.
Has a little word with Tre'Davious White. And now he's under center on first down at the 14. He's rolling right, loves to throw it this way, flicks it, ETN, he's in for the touchdown, and Jacksonville takes the lead again.
Just take a look. He's going to run out here. Russo's the only guy. He's got to cover him, and he has a double situation. Do I take the quarterback or the running back? And he decides to go. Big-time play call by Liam Cohen. Great job by Lawrence getting the ball up and over. What a drive by Jacksonville.
Extra point. Dead center. And the old Clemson teammates who teamed up for a national championship
are back.
Yes, they are. We've got a third lead change in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville in front. We've had, as I mentioned, 3 fourth quarter lead changes. There were 5 fourth quarter lead changes in the 2 thrillers yesterday. So how about that 8 over the course of the first 3 playoff games? Bosa and the Bills could not stop him. What a drive put together by Trevor Lawrence. Davis is back deep. He had a 97-yard touchdown return at Houston. He takes it at the 3. And he's out to about the 34-yard line. Gardeck brings him down. 2 quarterbacks, good numbers. 2 touchdowns for Josh Allen, 3 for Trevor Lawrence.
Guess what? It all comes down to this.
I knew you were going to say that.
Here we go, Joe.
Saying get loud. I don't think anybody needs to be cued. This place has been rollicking.
Would you have anybody else out there who's in the playoffs right now than Josh Allen?
Yep.
But this is a tall task.
First and 10. Go right away to Shakir for his 10th catch. Got a gain of 8.
You got to still stay aggressive, and you've said it. Every time he's thrown the ball to Shakir, that's 10 targets, 10 receptions. He's been old, reliable. It's been hard. But this is the drive. Your season, both teams, comes down to this.
Josh Allen trying to win a road postseason game for the first time in his career. He lost at Houston. And then he lost the 3 games at Arrowhead. Can he get that today with the comeback? Here's the handoff to Cook. And he is stopped short.
The #1 rushing defense has beaten the #1 rushing offense today when it comes down to the run game. There's no question about that. They've made it hard. Get up and do the tush push. Josh, where are you going? Left?
Left side. He needs some help. He needs some more help. Well, that is close.
Going to be close.
That is going to be marked on the far side. They have him short.
Sean saying it's a first down, and I'm pretty sure if we looked at the other side,
we have an official's timeout for a virtual measurement.
There's only 2:42 to go, so
it matters where they put this ball, and we'll see right here. It's a great job by Jacksonville. Get everybody in there and not allowing the extra push.
That's Cook. Now that right there
makes it look like he might have it.
Looks like it's enough. And Josh Allen gets up and thinks he's got it.
There, that actually shows that he probably does. Gene, what do you think there?
It feels like it to me when his back gets turned to the line to gain and he starts getting that second wave. It felt to me like he had gotten there.
You got the virtual measurement, and then you have the replay measurement.
Well, here you go. Virtual measurement says
first down by inches. Okay. Duval does not love that. You can hear the boos, but that was a huge. You see how fast that just went from over 4 minutes to this point right here?
It was quick.
It was quick. Now the clock will start running again. There it is.
Anthony Campanelli's defense trying to hold on and stop the Bills.
You see Josh calling the play at the line of scrimmage. If the Bills are going down, Josh Allen will have the ball in his hands on every play.
Coming after him. Gets rid of it deep. He's open. And Cooks has it. Cooks was left alone in the secondary. And he's got 37 yards as we start heading to the 2-minute warning. Brandon Cooks. What an acquisition. As Sean McDermott told us yesterday, he's still got treads on the tires. Bring it on, he says. Bring it on. 2 minutes to go. Coming down to the wire in Jacksonville. The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Taco Bell and by the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Who will get it done with 2 minutes to go and the ball at the Jacksonville 20? No running back in the game. They got Shakir lined up on a wing.
In the backfield, yep. There's a wide receiver in the backfield.
On first down. Allen dumps it off. Knox. And he is pushed back right away.
By the way, that last play, what Josh Allen did was exceptional. We talk about playoff Josh. I want you to watch. He's about to get hit, Josh Allen, but Newsome knows that too, so he's going to stop with no safety help behind him. Josh Allen throws the ball over 40 yards in the air off his back foot getting hit. If they win this game, it's because of that play and what he can do.
Both teams with 3 timeouts as the clock has moved to 1:25. 2nd and 8. Over to Shakir, his 11th catch, and they're still 4 yards short of a first.
Does Jacksonville use its timeouts right now?
I know it's a lot to try to figure out all the things you have to do.
I would use it.
Yeah, they just did. They were a little late getting there, but they did.
The reason I use it is because Buffalo has 3 timeouts. If Buffalo had no timeouts, I would let it go down. But to me, you use it because Buffalo's not strained on time.
Well, just a little reminder, the State Farm postgame show is coming up. Trying to put all this one together. James Brown and all the crew with the recap, look ahead, postgame interviews coming up on the State Farm postgame show. Josh Allen has thrown for 100 yards in this quarter alone.
Minute and 16, season on the line. Jacksonville, incredible season. And they are for real. They can go a long way. Buffalo, we know, has been there before. Comes down to this.
Will they go to Josh Allen's legs here?
He's definitely going to have the ball in his hands. I can promise you. Everybody knows. And it's cover 0. Looks like one-on-one. Do they have some play?
Shakir wiggles, wiggles, wiggles. He's pushed back. And we're going to have, well, the spot looks generous. It looks very generous.
Wow, that is a generous spot. We're going to find out.
And the officials stop the clock.
You've got to get this correct.
And, you know, just at first glance, I didn't think he got there.
It didn't look like it, and the ref was right there, so we'll see.
Charge timeout. Jacksonville, their second. It will be 30 seconds.
I mean, right there, you got to get to the 10.
He's short.
He's 2/3 of a yard short. You're going to have 4th down coming up.
Yep, season comes down to this play.
It really does.
This will be 4th down and half a yard to a yard.
Joe Brady right now. What are you thinking? Do you go for something no one expects? Do you go with the push-tush? Do you go with the man who has delivered it so many times?
You're putting the ball in Josh Allen's hands, so forget about the run, Jacksonville. It's going to be a tush-push or something with Josh Allen doing something special.
This is it. Reggie Gilliam, fullback, big on the tush push. There he is, shoving, and Allen's got it. Not to be denied. He's still going. Look at this.
Wow.
A full thoroughbred.
Touchdown.
And they say touchdown. I didn't think he got there, but what an incredible effort. Indestructible. Josh Allen ruling on the field as a touchdown. They've got one official, you saw it, said touchdown.
The ruling on the field of a touchdown is under review.
Well, Torrance just carries Josh like his baby, just pushing him, being like, you're not touching my baby.
He's definitely short.
He's going to be short for sure, but he gets the 10 yards, basically. That was an incredible play call. This will be a 10-second runoff. Gene, will you explain this right here? With
Yeah,
the
in this
10-second
situation, they've ruled touchdown. Now, if they come back and rule, which we believe they will, short by the yard, by rule now.
After reviewing the play, the runner was down, short of the goal line.
And by the way, it might not be all bad for the
Correct.
Bills because you can use some more time.
I want the 10-second runoff if I'm Buffalo.
I mean, just time-wise, with it not being
I would actually
a touchdown.
So to me, Jacksonville has the opportunity to take a timeout, Gene?
Yes, that's what's going to happen now. The offense, they'll go to them first. They'll ask the offense if they want the 10. I would assume they would.
Yep.
Then they'll go to Jacksonville and give them that same opportunity.
And that means Jacksonville will be like, no, we want to go ahead and keep the clock exactly where it's at. Keep it at 102.
Hey, if you're Buffalo, how soon do you
I don't want to score on this
because
play.
you got Cam Little on the other side. Assuming you
Correct.
score a touchdown.
Genius, Jim.
And you get the PAT, a field goal
He's
to
taking
send the
the time.
game to overtime. So how soon do you
Please
want to
set
score?
the game clock to 105.
And then Jacksonville will
Because
use the
by
timeout.
rule, this situation carries a 10-second runoff. Jacksonville has called timeout in order to avoid the 10-second runoff. That is their third and final charged timeout.
To your point, Jim, it's very difficult when you're at this close to the goal line. How do you make sure? You still got to score a touchdown. It's not like you're just running out the clock. So you don't want to down it and move back.
Remember
So
we saw
it's
Mike
hard
Vrabel
not to
do this
score.
year at Tampa.
Correct. I would do the same.
Remember that? Didn't
I would
try to score.
I would have Josh Allen take the snap and dive down with a foot forward if you can.
I mean, what you just saw, you have to think whenever he wants to get it, he just can't be stopped. He can get it. Now, will they go for it right here on first and goal? He's shoved across. They'll go ahead and take the touchdown as again, Reggie Gilliam rides right behind him, and the Bills are back in front with a minute to go.
What a drive. Jacksonville smartly said, let them score. That was a pretend stop. Get in position to pretend, and then they let them score here. Don't actually see how they come out of there. They back out of it. That gives you the most time that you possibly could have. And to your point, they are not in field goal range.
Yeah, you got Thunderfoot on the other side.
Now all
How
of
big
a
is
sudden,
this PAT, though, first?
PAT's huge, and then the kickoff is huge. How far do they return it?
Prater. That one had a little movement on it, but finds its way home.
He had movement, too, as he fell down.
Yeah. So, 27-24 with a minute and 4 seconds to go. What a drive. Answering right back. And it's tied for the most fourth quarter lead changes in any NFL postseason game in history.
We've had a few good ones. This one's up there. These are two teams who could win the Super Bowl, I'm telling you. Rare to have that in the first game in the wild card that we've had in our experience. Trevor Lawrence, here's your opportunity.
It really is. And they've been able to move the football, but they're going to have to do so without any timeouts.
And now the run game is basically gone. You got to throw the ball. It's drop back game. Buffalo knows it too. Number one pass defense in the NFL.
After it's over, the State Farm postgame show with JB and the guys back in New York. State Farm postgame show. Again, it was Wisnowski kicking off since Prater's not 100%.
Where this goes matters dramatically to the outcome of this game.
It's Tootin, takes it at the 2, and he stopped back at the 23-yard line. Solomon brought him down, and he celebrates that tackle that gives Jacksonville a longer field than they had hoped for.
100%. That basically saved about 12, 13 yards. If he kicks it in the end zone, they're at the 35. That was a great job by Buffalo. Now it's a little harder for Trevor Lawrence. Now remember, we have the kicker, Cam Little, has the 2 longest kicks in NFL history. This guy can kick it from anywhere. We've never seen him have to stretch it out. In a game like this, he might have to.
You can see the yardage line to get to is at the 50. That would match his career long as 68-yard attempt. Ball's intercepted. The game is over as Cole Bishop gets it off the rebound. Tre'Davious White tipped it. And the Bills come down to Jacksonville and break a lot of hearts.
You're not kidding. Tre'Davious White with incredible defense gets his hand in there, and of course Bishop is there, but watch. Tre'Davious White is all over Jacoby Myers, and Bishop wisely goes right down. It's just a great defensive play by White, ending Jacksonville's season.
Tre'Davious White. Sean McDermott's first ever draft pick. Helps him get his first ever road playoff win.
And the crazy part is Jacksonville could have made a run. They could have gone all the way possibly, I thought.
I'm going to remind you as they take another kneel down. No Mahomes, no Lamar, no Joe Burrow. Josh Allen is still standing. And, you know, don't say that it would be any kind of watered down win if he gets it all the way to where they want to go, because he beat all 3 of them in the regular season. That helped in part for them not being here.
100%. He's here. And I can tell you right now, that throw he made down the left side when he was about to get hit, and he somehow Newsom's like no quarterbacks, there's only a few on earth, and he threw that ball and put him in position, and they finished it off with a 10-yard tush push to get to the 1, which is insane.
He was absolutely battered and bruised in that first half with a head injury.
He took it.
Hand injury, a knee injury. Remember we said all of his career postseason rush touchdowns had come in the second quarter when he got his 8th all-time today. Well, guess what? His first outside of the second quarter was the game winner. It takes him to the divisional round.
He has a way of doing that, doesn't he?
Really does. Tracy, down to you.
Well, thanks a lot. And Josh, you took a beating out there physically today, but you got it done. You put that cape on once again. Take me through that final drive and especially that 4th down call.
Just trusting everybody on the field. Great win, great team win. All we got to do is play our game, find a way to win a football game. We're on to the next.
How about and how difficult was it with them stopping the run, the way other guys were able to step up, especially Khalil Shakir in the game that he had today?
Again, he's been a workhorse all year. He never complains. He puts his head down. He works. You know, picking up Brandon Cooks. You see the big play that he made for us. A guy, again, that just puts his head down and works, and that's just who we are. You know, we're going to play for each other. We're going to fight to the very last second. You saw that here today.
You told us yesterday the lack of respect. Everyone talking about not winning a playoff game on the road, the underdog mentality. What did you guys show out here today as you head later into these playoffs?
We got to go do it again. Got to go do it again.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, Trace. Go Bills.
It was a sensational year for the AFC South champion Jacksonville Jaguars. A wrenching loss for them today. But they're building something here.
There's the throw. That's the one I was talking about.
To Cooks for 36 yards.
To see that, to feel it under pressure, and Lawrence throws a great strike here. It was just...
Yeah, White tips it.
Great
Bishop
defensive play.
Fields it. McDermott has his first road win in postseason play.
My heart hurts for Jacksonville because they were so good and they built it. And you're also happy for Buffalo. Whoever won this game had to earn it. Buffalo did. That could have gone either way.
Really could have.
Such a game.
Bills advance to the divisional round. No idea yet where they'll be going. Chargers and Patriots play tonight. New England, of course, won the division. Last they have the home game. Texans and Steelers play tomorrow. But what a full exhibition of toughness and experience and greatness. It was all there. It's what it took.
Took your will.
Physical
Everything he
football.
had.
Everything.
Very physical.
Everything. The Buffalo Bills have won it after 4 lead changes in the final quarter. State Farm postgame show is next. For Tony, Tracy, and Gene, Jim Nance saying so long from Jacksonville. We'll see you next weekend. We'll join James Brown in New York after this. The Bills are marching on to the next round.